Hi, this is Mike, and welcome back to 5 Minutes of Fantasy Sports. So, we've been talking basketball. Excuse the voice crack there. We've been talking basketball, and I talked about my draft strategy. So, I'll pull up the screen again here. My team is this one right here, waiting for Kobe. So, I got Steph Curry, James Harden, Julius Randle, Nurkic, Williams, Kawhi Leonard, who I dropped, Bojan Bogdanovic, NAW, Kendrick Nunn, Derrick Rose, Spencer Dinwiddie, Claxton, and American. So that's my team that I drafted. I've already traded away, like I mentioned, NAW and American. I dropped Claxton, I dropped Leonard, I dropped Derrick Rose. So my team as of today, and this is a live look in here at how my team's going. There's still some games going on. Is doing okay. So I've added Will Barton. I've added Josh Hart, who got ejected today and got me hardly anything. I've added so Kemba Walker I got in the trade, and Ben Simmons I got in the trade. I picked up Drummond and Whiteside off of waivers. And I think everybody else. Oh, Chris Duarte I picked up off waivers too. He didn't do much, it looks like, today either. So anyway, my two good players, Steph Curry, James Harden. Steph Curry had an amazing day on Monday, scored 50 points. So anyway, you always want to be able to do a little bit of statistical analysis on your team. So one way you can do that on the Yahoo website, and you can only do this on the website. So if you're on your phone, you can still do this. You just have to go to your browser and redirect it to the fantasy page. On my phone, it does this annoying thing where it keeps trying to open the app for you, but you just have to ignore that, and you have to keep going to the actual website in your browser. So if you go to the standings, and you'll notice I'm in 9th place, so my first 3 weeks haven't been great. But if you go to standings and go over to the right, you'll see there's a thing that says current standings. When you hover over it, you can change it to head-to-head stats. So this shows you all 9 categories, and it shows you how many weeks you've won and how many weeks you've lost. So I'm 0 for 3 in field goal percentage, 2 for 1 in free throws, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 in 3 points, rebounds, assists, steals, 3 and 0 in blocks, so that's good. And then turnovers, I'm 2 and 1. So this is useful as an overview, but really the most useful is the one that says totals up here. So these are basically how you've done at the end of the week for each week. So you can see for field goal, I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm in 8th place. So my team is shooting .433 on average. Not great. This week I'm off to a much better shooting percentage. I traded away a couple players who don't have great percentages, and then I got Kemba Walker, and he hasn't really made me many baskets since I've got him, so he hasn't helped my field goal percentage a lot. But the next category over, free throws, my team's a lot better, and I planned on this from the beginning. So 818 is pretty good for free throw percentage. Anything over 800 for your team is great. So that's good. 3-pointers made. I expected to be a little better in this. I'm 190, so I'm in 1, 2, 3. I'm 6th, so kind of average here. You can see it's still early, so like the team below me has 189, the team above me has 203, so there's not a huge gap yet. 244 though for the leading team, that's quite a bit more than me. But Steph Curry making 9 threes the other day definitely is going to help that category. Points, I'm near the bottom in points, which is not good. James Harden has had kind of a slow start as far as scoring, so that was kind of expected. I've kind of reshifted my team to be better in rebounds. So you can see I'm in 2nd place for rebounds. For assists, when I click on assists, I'm in 4th place for assists, so that's nice as well. For steals, I expected my team to be pretty good at steals, and they're not really great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm in 8th place for steals. For blocks, I won every week with my blocks, but I'm actually in 4th place, 3rd or 4th place for blocks. And then turnovers, I'm 2 and 1, but I'm actually more near the bottom. So 2, 4, 6. I'm in 8th place for turnovers. So this gives you a better picture of how you're doing compared to the other teams in the league. I'm not really running away with anything, but my team's not out of it in any category either. So when you're looking to make a trade or you're looking to maybe add a person off of waivers, you want to take a look at your needs. And then if you see somebody like, say for example, I did want to improve my blocks, I could take a look at the guy who has 123 blocks, take a look at his team, and I can see if there's maybe a player he'd be willing to part with. If he has like 4 or 5 guys getting him a lot of blocks, then he might be willing to move him. So Miles Turner here is a guy who got 6 blocks today. So maybe I could target him. He benched this guy, Kelly Olynyk, and he got a block. So there's options that I have. You can also go to for the season stats right here. I just realized a mistake I made in the other video. 2021 is the last season, not 2019. That was the year Steph Curry was injured. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So yeah, I could look at his blocks. Miles Turner, 32 blocks. Mo Bamba, 25 blocks. So if that was a category I was interested in getting more of, I could look at that. So this just kind of gets you a better picture of the other teams. I'll close that tab. Other teams in the league and where you stand with them. You want to be in the running. And you can also use this ahead of time if you're having a matchup come up and you want to do a little extra research and see just for a week who you might want to add to help you win a category. If you have one that's like real close, like say I'm playing the guy who's right below me in steals. Say I'm playing this guy, same guy, Detroit Heroes. I could add a player like Alex Caruso, who I had on my team for a while, who is pretty good about getting steals. He gets maybe 2 a game, and that could help me out quite a bit. So use this tool. It's really useful for analyzing your team's performance, seeing how they're doing. You just go and you click on the win-loss. It shows you your wins and losses in those categories, and then the total stats you can look at as well. Okay, so that's my tip for today, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.